Hey YouTube, I was just wondering my thought of the day, and I was thinking about I was writing down my bills for the month, and I thought, does anybody actually write down bills anymore? Do you write down? Do you balance a checkbook? You know, I know it's easy for that to go away, but I would want to challenge you. Write stuff down. You know, there's something psychologically connected to what's in your brain to writing it down on paper. And something about it comes to life when you write it down. And you're able to examine a little bit better. So if you're not keeping a checkbook, I'd say keep a checkbook. That way you know exactly what you're spending. You can see opportunities of where you can cut back, things like that. If you don't, you're just scanning a online statement, you know, most of the time you're just gonna skip by. But if you're writing everything down in a checkbook, you know, you can second guess. You go, dang, I'm spending a lot of money at this place, or I'm doing this a lot. You know, you don't even realize in your day-to-day moves, you know what I mean? And another one is taxes. Especially if you're a single dude, single woman, either or. Do your own taxes. And I encourage you to write it. Do it long form with your hand. I know there's a lot of free online things you can do, but you know, I wrote my taxes, physically wrote them and hand calculated them up until I started my business, which was about 2010. It's about probably the last time I did long form taxes. But prior to that, I was doing long form taxes just on my own. You know, it just really gets you into, I think it helps your brain, for one. You know, a lot of these automated systems, they're great and all, but you know, I think it kind of, some of it dumbs us down a little bit. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I think it would be beneficial if you knew how to do things manually, as well as, you know, electronically. I think there's something to be said about that. You know, a lot of things, you know, we just take for granted because it's all automated in an app or in a spreadsheet or something like that, you know. Taxes, you know, it's a little convoluted, but it's mostly just addition, subtraction. But to really understand what's going on, I think you really need to write it out. Just like your checkbook. To really understand what, you know, what your expenses are doing, you need to write it out. You know, try it for a month, try it for a year, and see if that helps you any. And I'm not saying, you know, abandon, never do electronic stuff ever again. But I think, you know, once you get the understanding of how everything works and you can do it by hand, I just think it helps you mentally. That's it. So that's all I got. If you guys still do your taxes by hand, or if you've never done it by hand, let me know. Leave a comment. Do you still keep a checkbook? Leave a comment. Love to hear it. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.